Live stream. I'm Shane Olson, and we're going to do another character today. Actually, two, but I'm going to start them at least. I don't know how far I'm going to get, but I just wanted to show you this render of the chameleon that I did a few streams ago. Turned out pretty fun, I think. So, yeah. Let's see. I need to turn down my headphones. They're too crazy. Like shouting in my own ear. There we go. That's better. Hey, Mark, how you doing? All right. So let's get rocking. So these are the characters that I'm going to be doing today by the same Shafi Ahi. I don't know if that's how you say his name, but he does some fantastic designs. I love him. This one, no exception. Love it, love it, love it. Hey, Thomas. Hey, Neil. How you guys doing? Thanks, Leonard. Okay, so I just want to get going and blocking in some shapes on this guy. He's really, really simple, but he's got a lot going on. Simplistic, but I wouldn't say difficult. I would just say lots of things going on. And then the original drawing has a bunch of expressions that I want to do. So super cool. Thanks, Neil. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to try a knife cut for the mouth again. I really love that new tool, the knife cut tool. It's the brush, it's really nice. And then I'll try and ZRemesh it after that. So here, let's try this. So I have this knife lasso. Hey Vinit, how you doing? Almost. I'm going to add a little bit more geometry here. Delete lower. Hey Matt. Sounds good. I love this knife brush. That's a crazy mouth, but I love it. Okay, and I want to put this into two polygroups, one for the upper and one for the lower. Let's see what happens if I do a group by normals. There you go. It did it. I think it might have put a third one in there though. Yeah, it did. Okay, I don't want that. Hold on, let's do this. There we go. Get rid of that little pink group in there. Hey Dorabo, how's it going? Yeah, I'll do my best. Thank you very much. Okay, let's get the body going. Let's see how, you can check your proportions anytime by turning down the opacity on your concept and then just kind of arcing your concept behind it. So I need to go, let's see, that. Okay. And I don't get it exact, just close. Close enough. Oh, let's see. Let's do a clip curve and just kind of flatten off the bottom here. Oh, weird. Looks like it decided to go off symmetry. I don't know why. Use the Acu curve with move and it'll make it a point. Hey, Renzo. Looks like the Lightbox Expo is going to happen this year live. I'm trying to figure out if I can make it to that or not. I had a booth there one year. It was a lot of fun. Hey, Earth Rhino, how's it going? Okay, I think I want to widen. Hello and welcome, it's going well. Thanks. Okay, let's clear down here. Kimmy? Oh, looks like a snail's cooking. Gonna kind of blend this mask out. I want the base, the bottom, to be wider than the top for some weight. I think that'll work. Did I not turn my symmetry back on? I didn't. Let's try it again. Here we go. And I'm going to, whoops, that's not what I wanted. Put that in its own group. Yeah, he's a lot of fun. I love how he's got all this extra stuff. Baggage, I guess. a can, a coffee cup, bedroll. It's like, what's this guy's story? And I love how the little kid's so interested, this little ant kid, so interested in what he has to say. Yeah, Mr. Snail, then what happened? You know, he's like totally into it. Okay, I'm going to split this off. Let's see, split unmasked points. Is there a way of saving and loading masks? Kind of. The only way that I know of is putting them in a layer. So if you activate a layer, do a mask, and then hide that layer, like turn it off of recording mode and then hide it, the mask will stay in that layer and then you can access it later. I don't use it very often at all. Just saving it. I wanted to subdivide this down once, just to give it some more geometry where I'm going to do this neck connection. It's like a balloon head. Hey, what's up, balloon head? Come on, select. There you go. Okay, I think I'm ready to stitch these together. This guy's got a really unique shape here. Very big overbite. Hey, on. Been waiting for my stream? Well, it's here. Welcome. It's got a big underbite. I love it. Hey, Couch Otter. For sure. I love how he's got this mustache and like the eyes above the whole thing, like and the eyebrows floating. It's hilarious. Doesn't do well for 3D printing, but I might adjust the eyebrows so they're sitting on top of the eyes. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hey, Sonar. How are you today? I have a question. What is the bottom topological? Oh, this is topological masking. So you can find this under brush auto masking topological right there and drag it out to your user interface. If you want, I have this interface that you can download for free over on my website. It's 3dcharacterworkshop.com, and I have it on my user interface because this turns topological on for any brush. So there's move topological, which you may have used in the past. And essentially what that does is it allows you to, whatever you grab first, that's what it will move without moving something else. So if I have, like, say this piece right here, and I have move topological turned on, if I grab this purple thing, it's going to move that only. Or if I grab the red, it's going to move that only. Okay, so if I turn that off, it's going to move them both together. Turn AccuCurve off. So I hope that answers your question. Hey, what's up, Creative? How you doing? Say topological again? Like, what is that movie? Say topological again. Okay. I'm going to merge this down. Then we stitch it together using, let's see. Watch all the time your videos are from another planet. Thanks. Okay. Remesh by union. Stitchy business. Okay. So that just stitched these two objects together. I can hit accept, turn on symmetry. And then I want to clean this up. I think I might just try ZRemeshing this whole thing. Why don't you use Dynamesh? Because I like to stay low poly. Dynamesh is really high density. I mean, you can make it low density, but that is, yeah, I just prefer to not do that. Okay, let's do a ZRemesher, keep groups. No, I don't want to do that. Let's see. Yeah, let's try 5,000. Hey, Charlie. if I make an apple and have it sliced in a scene, how can I achieve seeds inside with keeping in mind? That's a really big question. I'd have to model to show you, but I would make it exactly like I'm making this guy. Just make an apple. You could slice it with live boolean or the knife brush or the slice brush, and then just model seeds in there. If you wanted to show seeds, just model them in there. Hi from Colombia. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Okay, let's do a half. ZRemesher half. See what that gives us. Yeah, we're getting some weird poles going on in here. Let's try it again. Oh, that's better. That's a lot better. There we go. Okay. I will live with that. Well, Dynamesh came before in the before times, and that's what everybody's used to using. And when they see me not using it, they're like, "Why don't you use it?" And I used to use it a lot. It's actually in so I teach an online course called the 3D Character Workshop, and that's exactly how I teach, because Sculptris Pro didn't exist when I first made the course, but I've since added Sculptris Live and ZRemesher workflows to the course. Okay, so for this mouth, I just want to give him some lips. Actually, I know what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go do an edge loop like this. Oh, I don't want this one. There we go. Put that in its own. And then I'm going to put these two back in another polygroup. This reminds me of those fish characters on SpongeBob. Those generic ones, Okay. Hey Lou, how you doing? Okay, let's see. Extrude, polygroup all. And I want to push this in. And it's giving me some grief back here. I'm going to have to fix that. But for the most part, everything else looks pretty good. But I can just mask out this interior mouth and then smooth this back in. Let's see what happens if I... Okay, I think I want to put these back into 2 polygroups. So if you do groups by normal and you have it set, so with my custom user interface, it comes with this menu. This menu just gives me access to my most commonly used tools. And one of those tools is group by normals. And you can also see the maximum angle tolerance right here. That just means anything beyond a 45-degree angle, it's going to put in a different polygroup. So as long as all of my other polygroups are hidden and I only have this mouth interior showing, it just allows me to hit that group by normals, and it will do what it just showed, like gives me a top of the mouth and the bottom of the mouth. That way I can move them independently of each other. So for example, I want this lower mouth to be much deeper in his head. So I can just hold Control, click on that polygroup, and then pull it down into the mouth like this. And I don't really want this a really steep wall in there. So I'm going to go with my smooth brush, turn it way down to like a 2. Hello from Germany. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. What's the circle? This right here? This is a brush placement. It's just the depth of how deep the brush interacts with the object, how much it sinks inside. Because ZBrush brushes are actually, even though it's represented as a disk, you can think about it as a sphere. The brushes are really spheres. Thank you for the brushes and UI. Just getting started. How do you have a startup dock with a polysphere already in edit mode? Yeah, if you download my user interface, it comes with that ruler and a startup sphere. But if it looks like I messed up my symmetry here. But if you want to make your own, essentially when I save my characters, my ZBrush files, I save ztools. It's called as .ztl. And you do that by hitting this save as up in the top right, rather than hitting Control S. Control S will save a project, and the project is a larger container that holds everything. It holds all of your ztools, your brush settings, material. It holds a lot of things. So what I like to do is I like to use a project as a startup file. And if you go get my user interface, it comes with the startup file that I use all the time. And that comes with this nice gray background without a gradient. It comes with that startup sphere, the ruler file, and all of the settings that I like to use to start with. It's kind of like hitting refresh every time I start ZBrush. Trim curve brush gives me triangulated results instead of polygons? Like this? Oh, use clip curve instead of trim curve. But it will give you triangulated results. Yeah, trim curve will, and so will the knife brush. There's a lot of brushes that will result in triangles. It's the only way they can calculate it. Is there any way to save a Z tool, not save as? That pop-up is driving me insane every third time. Oh, are you talking about the quick save is bugging you? So if you go into preferences and go down here, let me move this guy out of the way. If you go to preferences, go down to quick save right here, you'll see this maximum duration. If you want it to wait longer before it asks you, this is in minutes. So I have mine set to every 20 minutes it will pop up in quick save. I don't want to disable it. I like my quick saves. And then you can tell it how many quick save files you want it to store, which I like to set it to 5. I don't need that many. Because it will fill up your hard drive quite fast, because quick save files are projects which can get large. Okay, and you can also come in here and just delete your quick save files, but be careful hitting that because it will clear everything. Okay, hopefully that helps out. No, I mean you have to tell it where to save as. Oh, yeah, it doesn't remember where the last. If you start fresh, it won't remember. I don't think you can see. I have it hidden, but like these are all the Z tools I have. So if you push save as right here, it just pops up right here into it does remember for the session, but if you close ZBrush and open it back up, it's not going to remember. Yeah, where you just kind of have to navigate back to it. I wish it remembered. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna hide this lower half because I can't see up in there. You've Googled yeah, not that I know of. Sorry. One of the quirks of ZBrush. Looks like I have some asymmetry happening here. I'm going to take this line and push it back to line up with the edge of the mouth here in a minute, just so I don't get these really funky faces happening. Okay, let's see here. Just masking off that portion, inverting that mask. Okay, I can't really see what's happening, but I'm going to guess. Invert the mask and clean it up. Okay, now if I turn on dynamic, it should smooth it right out. Yeah. Makes it look pretty good. I mean, I think I even want his mouth interior to be even deeper than that, and I can just push it in with a move brush. I'd like to ask, what type of sphere 3D do you use at the start of your projects? I want to make stylized 3D creatures, but mine aren't as clean as your models. Honestly, it's just a subdivided cube. But like I said, I give away my startup sphere. It's the same sphere that's in my insert multi-mesh brushes right here. These spheres, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 at different resolutions. So the lowest resolution is this one right here. And if I turn off, it has dynamic subdivision turned on, which on my user interface is right here, or you can just push D, the letter D, and it will turn it on. All these little orange dots represent where the original mesh currently resides, because dynamic subdivisions is just a temporary display of what it's going to look like when you actually do subdivide your model. It's just temporary, kind of like hitting the number 3 in Maya, right? Oh, weird. This sucked up the... that's strange. We'll have to fix that. Hey, what's up, Ash? How you doing? Yeah, he kind of reminds me a little bit of that that firefly on what is it, Frog Princess or Princess Frog? Can't remember the name of that. Okay, I don't know what happened to this. How are you doing today, Ashley? Good to see you. Good to see you, as always. So we can fix this by just masking off this one poly group and then using clip curve. And see the gradiated side of this line? I can use that gradation and it will pull the poly groups or polygons down to this white dotted line. So if I put it down here and I let go, see how it pulls it all the way down? It will recognize masking. So it will respect masking, I should say. So now let's go undo that and turn off dynamic smoothing because it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. There we go. Yeah, Ray, that's his name, Ray. Thanks. From Princess and the Frog. Thank you for that correction. I can never remember names. Need your opinion on something. I was thinking of making a website and putting models on it to download for free and ask for donations. I don't know. If you can, if you want, you know. You can do that with like on Gumroad for free. Just make an account on Gumroad and put a suggested price on there. But you know, that's how most people do it. Okay, I'm going to do a mirror weld on this to see how it, there we go. I think, I'm not sure, but I think you can also do that on ArtStation, like post your models on ArtStation. I think you can put them up for free or a suggested price, and hopefully people will give you donations. That's what one of my students, George Zaki, did for a while. I think he's still doing that. And there's a few that he has for free and a few that he charges for, depending on the quality, you know. Oh, look, gave us, is that, yeah, it gave us some weirdness up in the mouth. So if you do a mirror and weld and you ever have issues like this, see how it's got triple lines in here? Just turn symmetry off for a second. And since mirror and weld mirrors from left to right, all you have to do is drag the offending lines over to the right-hand side. And then just do another mirror and weld, and it cleans it right up. Boom. Turn subdivisions back on, and we're good to go. Yeah, actually, I can see him having the same voice as Ray, or something similar, you know? Like a southern Louisiana. Just a wise snail. He's seen some stuff. Been on adventures. The little ant kid is all about. So mirror and weld from left to right, but not in the z-axis, just not what's visible. You have to have everything visible of this in the subtool, or else it won't work. You have to be showing everything in order for that to work. Is that what you mean? Just the camera view when you execute. No, it will always mirror from left to right, as per the scene, not your camera view. Now there is local symmetry. Make sure you have that turned off if you're going to do a mirror and weld and try to fix symmetry. Otherwise, it will try and mirror on itself rather than the world. So if I turn on the floor, you can see the floor right here, and it will always mirror from scene left to scene right. So across the x-axis, from x positive to x negative, no matter where your camera is. So you can be looking at the back, and from the back it will mirror from right to left. Yeah. All right. John DiMaggio. Yeah, with Bender. Yeah. Could do that. Also, if you guys don't know who Ashley is, Ashley's another streamer on here. She does some amazing, amazing monsters and things. And she streams on Wednesdays. And there's a whole bunch of streamers that stream on here. If you didn't know, you can always go to do a Google search for ZBrush Live and find all of the other streamers and when they stream. Like Ian has changed his stream to Tuesdays, I believe. He used to stream on Sundays. Now he's on Tuesdays. I'm gonna do it, Ashley. While I'm thinking about it. It's good. It's a good thing. Thanks. This isn't my concept specifically. This is that's why I put his name here. Shafi Ahi. I believe he's from Iraq. A concept artist from either Iran or Iraq. I can't remember. I apologize, Shafi, if you're watching. I cannot recall. Let's kind of pull this down. Hey Dev, how's it going? Let's see. Oh, you're talking about A-cubed, yes. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen Ashley work, you should, because she doesn't typically work from a concept like I do. She makes it up and it's amazing. It's like a whole live stream of happy accidents. Did I just explain that correctly, Ashley? I love it. Thanks, Dev. I'm gonna shorten up that tail a little bit and then get his, put his house on his back. If all the geometry is on the right, nothing on the left, mirror and weld will mirror it to the left. But once there is geometry on the left, it will go from... Is that true, Leonard? I've never tested that. I gotta try that. Except for I gotta move this guy down. Make him larger in the scene. Just so my brush can work well. Okay, here we go. So you're saying if I have some geometry on the right, well, let's see. Split on mass points. Grinding out some anatomy studying right now with you on the side to help me persevere. You can do it. Go. Nice. Okay, so if I show the floor, you can see. So we have this sitting over here. So if you do a mirror and weld now, you're right. So it will take something from here if there's nothing over here, and then put it over here. But if I go now, if I were to use the move brush and pull something out over here, and then, yeah, I separated it off. Now, when I mirror and weld it, I'm expecting it to bring it back to a sphere. It's going to take this and mirror it over here. Like that, okay? But now, if I did that to, this side and did a mirror and weld, then it takes this from the left and puts it over to the right. Right, so, but if I hide this guy, let's see. Oh, come on. Delete it. So I just have this. Now if I turn on local symmetry and I do a mirror and weld, this is what happens. That's why you need to turn local symmetry off before you do a mirror and weld. So thanks for that, Leonard. I never knew that you could mirror something from right to left if nothing was on the left or left-hand side. Yeah. Good to know. I learned something today. I have a question. How much time would it take you to finish a single character from model to final texture and everything? That completely depends on how detailed the character is. It can go anywhere from a few days to a few weeks to a few months, depending on how detailed the character is. Let's see. Or you can go into deformation and mirror your object before you do mirror and weld. Oh yeah, for sure. So I actually have that mirror from deformation menu in my menu, my pop-up menu. It's right, see under deformation, it's right here, mirror. And yes, so if you accidentally like, or you want to keep something that's on the right, yeah, you can mirror it first and then do a mirror and weld. So thanks for pointing that out. Okay. Let's do a snail shell. Why not? Okay, I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. Oh, you hate the names of anatomy bits and bobs. You're speaking to the choir, Ashley. I feel so embarrassed and I feel so imposter syndrome when I try and teach I have anatomy sections in my course. I don't know the names of muscles and things. Only the big stuff that I learned from like working out, bro. You know, like I only know like pecs and lats and not even the proper definitions for them. And so, but I do know them by those names, and I know that people will remember them by those names. So I teach it that way, and it's all stylized anatomy as well. So as long as I have the big shapes, big pieces, and you know the what are they called? The like the landmarks there. Yes, Jojo, that exactly right. Yeah. I'm not a doctor. I don't learn those words. That's not my job. It's my opinion. I'm sticking with it. Whoops. Let me turn the symmetry back on. I'm making his neck even smaller. That's all you know. Hand butt. Yep. See, like this? Ashley, look at this. This is your hand butt. That's how I get people to learn things. And this is your thumb meat right here. And your palm meat right here. 200 parts for an exam. I'd get out of that college university. I'm just like, I'm not memorizing this. I'm out. Yep, everybody in the chat just did hand butt. You make a hand. You know, that's actually from Prokopenko, the dude who's renowned for his anatomy knowledge. Calls it a hand butt. So there you go. Hand butt. Right? I'm a sculptor, not a doctor. Oh, gotta reset. Every time. The only one I'll forever remember on the hand is the anatomical snuff box. Is that real? If that's a real, what part is that? I think I'm gonna make this in two. I'm gonna make that little saddle as one part, and then, you know, this reminds me an awful lot of Princess Leia's hair. I should just go get that model, open it, and use her hair. Yep. It's near your thumb inside at the wrist. Like this bit. That's funny. Oh, on the back? Or up in here? I don't know. You have to show me later. Show me your snuff. That sounds horrible. All right. I've never heard that before. I'm trying to decide. I'm gonna open up Princess Leia and look at her hair because I might just steal it. All right, let's see. Okay, here's Princess Leia. Let's take a look at her hair. I think I need to get an earlier version of her hair blocked out, because I can't use this. It's crazy. Let's see. Why does it always... Oh. Sorry, 1 second here. Maybe 3. That's when I drew it out. Try 4. There we go. Hey, Link, you said you purchased your course a year ago and you feel behind. What version of ZBrush? The latest version now. I think I also forgot my password. So yeah, it's just send me an email, like support@3dcharacterworkshop.com, and I can send you your password. There you go. Thanks, Neil. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so let's see if I can append. The snail with Princess Leia horns. Okay. Now I'm going to do the mirror and weld thing and try and get this snail shell to use this. So let's try this. Here we go. This is me trying my best to work smarter, not harder. Okay, delete, hidden. Oh, it's got multiple subdivision levels. Hey there. Show the floor so I know where center is. Let's see, I think I'm going to rotate it down. Something like that. Oh, you put a link. Okay. Oh, that. It's like a little triangle. Oh, I see it. Okay. That's a that's a snuff box. Why would people name it snuff box? Makes no yeah. Oh well. Weird. Okay, I'm gonna try and mirror and weld this, and we'll see what it looks like. Come on, where's the front? That's the back. That's the front. Okay. I think I want to make this move so it's in the middle. So this row, No. Let's see. It's not working. Sorry, it's probably taking longer to deal with this. All right. Hey, Evangelist, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Let's see here. Okay, let's try that. Mirror and weld, it's probably going to give me grief. Actually, I want to... Did that do it right? Yeah. All right, all right. I'm not going to go there. I always thought a snuff box was like a box that you put your chew in, right? Like, anyway. All right. I'm tagging out. I'm done. Oh, there, I was right. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So snuff. So it would be like sniff, snuff. That makes sense. All right. All right. Got it. You could tell that I've never, ever done that before. Okay, let's see. Yep, now you know. Oh, is that because it was on the... Oh, jeez. Didn't follow my own advice, and I left local symmetry turned on. Let's try it again. That's better. Okay. I'm always confused on where the front of this thing is, though. That's the back, so right. That is a good anatomy fact. I like it. That's one I can stand behind. I don't know what that means. There, that looks like a snail shell to me. What do you guys think? If I could just align it. Thanks, Princess Leia. The gift that keeps on giving. Still looks like a cinnamon roll, but we'll fix it. Does this have... Why is it so slow all of a sudden? What's going on? Yeah, I love how it's got like these pinched lines on the inside. It looks like a finger. We have to fix that. Fixed one of them, but not the other one. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm trying to get that stretched look here. I'm going to be pulling it out this direction. I just don't want it to have those creases like a finger. Oh, looks like I got an issue there. Do you know how to mask more than one polygroup with Control-Shift-Click? I can tell, I can select one of the polygroups, but if I try to do it again on another one, it just blurs the mask. I never use it because of the troubles that it makes. So usually I will hide it, then mask or unmask the object that I need and then show it again. Rather than trying to, that move feels like an awful lot like Twister to me, like that game Twister, where it's like put your leg on yellow and your hand on blue. And I think it needs to be separate objects in order to make that work. I don't think the polygroups can be part of the same object. So maybe that's what you're running into. So for example, if I mask this part off and I hold Control, tap on this one, then I hold Shift and drag over to the, yeah, see, it's got to be part of a different object, not the same one. So for example, if I add a sphere to this, then I can do it. So if I have a polygroup masked off over here, hold down Control, drag to that sphere, and then add Shift, and it still doesn't work. See why I don't like it? Oh, because I was going backwards. Okay, so you control click on the polygroup that you want, and then drag it back to the unmasked polygroup, and then add Shift to your selection like this, and that will add it to the selection. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, but it can't be part of the same object. That still remains true. Yeah, hiding, masking, showing. Yeah, master that, and then you won't need to use that tricky whatever I was trying to do just now. Oops. Okay, let's make our shell saddle. That's what I want to call it, a shell saddle. Because it looks like a saddle that the shell's riding on. When in doubt, stretch a sphere. That's what I always say. That's another t-shirt. Signor, you are not kidding. Some fighting moves are easier. Just gonna shape this snail shell a little bit more. Get this cool shape. Okay. When in doubt, stretch it out. Yep. How's it going? Okay, I'm just gonna kind of warp this around up here. You know, I think I'm gonna split it off just so I can manipulate it easier. Let's do mask pen. Let's see, maybe, you know, inflate works well with alt. So it's like, so instead of inflating, you're pushing it in. That's kind of what I want to do with this saddle. And it's nice because it deflates on the surface normals. That looks like a seat saddle. All right. If you guys didn't see, here's the render of my chameleon from a couple streams ago by the same concept artist. I just ended up rendering it out. This is how it turned out. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I think I need to turn down the shininess on his tail, but other than that, I like him a lot. Such a great design. Thanks, Ashley. I really appreciate it. He was super fun to do. I love his little two-toed fingers, you know. Thanks. I'm gonna pull this around. Blur mask back face. There we go. I need to render my Princess Leia out. Oh, that's not working. Thanks, Creative. Appreciate it. A lot of fun. Okay, let's see. It's gotta get this bent up. kind of hanging off the back there. How much can a 3D artist earn? That is, I don't know that I can answer that question. A lot, depending on how good you are. Yeah, not enough to buy a house. I don't know, I have a house. It depends on where you live. $4 million a year. Not quite. You can earn a suitable salary. For the most part. And it depends on where you live. Like if you live in California, the rates are higher because that's where the work is for the most part. That's changing since the whole work from home movement happened. But I think it's still correct for the most part. Yeah, it does depend on a whole lot of things. It depends on if it's for a film or a game or collectibles, or what it's going to be used for, how long you're going to be on the project. Yeah, there's so many variables. So many variables. Yeah, it's not a simple question to answer. Just like, because then there's ridiculous NFT artists that have earned absurd amounts in a short period of time, but I don't think it'll last long. How to get your first job as a 3D character artist? Well, have a really good portfolio, and then show the company that you want to work for that you can do the work that they need you to do. That's it in a snail shell. See what I did there? You don't necessarily have to have a degree or anything like that. You just have to show the company that you can do the work that they need you to do. Would you agree with that, Ashley? Let's see. I don't even have a resume. Yeah, same. It's like, go look at my ArtStation. If what I can do fits what you need me to do, then we're good. Okay, you know what? I don't think this is working out. That's what you have done when it was your first job? That's what I would have done. I actually went to school. I went to a trade school. I went to the Art Institute of Seattle. But did I need to get a job? No. A good portfolio would have been enough. That's better. All right. On the interior. I used to. I lived in Seattle for 7 years. Now I live in Utah. I'm from Utah. My family's from Utah. How was Seattle? I love it. I love it. It rains a lot. You probably heard that before. A lot of getting a job in this industry is the right time, right place. Absolutely. Also networking. There's no surefire way to get guarantee a job. It's as subjective as the art itself. It's so true. Preach. Yeah, it's definitely more about your art than it is about a degree, for sure. I think it's very unique in the gaming industry or the television film industry. I say art in general. It's unique. Because as you know, other jobs don't require portfolios. A lot of them require degrees, like doctors, lawyers, that kind of stuff, you know. But with art related things, the companies just need to see that you can do what they need you to do. That's it in a nutshell. Snail shell. Sorry. It doesn't get more complex than that. Jeez, I think I've made more work for myself by bringing in this braid. I think I might just put a sphere in here to cap that off. Yeah, don't focus on the money, for sure. Because that's not... Yeah, if you're focused on the money, you're in the wrong business. You should do something else. But also don't pour all your passion into a job that's taking advantage of you, because art as a job is extremely passion based. It can be exploited, absolutely. Keep your eyes peeled, yes. Don't ever take a job from some place that says we will pay you after the game, TV show, film is successful. Never do that. Never do work for free just to get your quote unquote name out there. And don't do art tests where they ask for your final asset without paying you. There's some sneaky people out there that just think they can do art tests and get art for free. Hey, Unstable, how's it going? It really does. It really does. You know, I was pretty smug recently, because somebody approached me and they're just like, "Hey, we got this project. We'd like you to do some. We've seen your portfolio. We like what you do. Can you do? We'd like you to do a character for us." And then they're like, "But we need you to do an art test." And I was just like, have you seen my portfolio? You can see what I can do. If you like what I do, there you go. You can't really say that when you're just starting out, but if you have an established portfolio and people know the kind of work that you do, don't waste your time with art tests. People feed on other people's desperations. I know it sounds so smug. That's not my personality, but I'm so tired of it that I was just like, oh my gosh, we just not do that? That looks better. Okay, that looks like more like a shell, less like a hair thing. Okay, we'll just ignore that little seam for now. We're good. All right, what time we got? 1:17. All right. Let's finish his face and get a shirt on him. My favorite one is hey, can you draw or do this for free? I have 100,000 Instagram followers and you'll get free advertisement. Yes, never do that. Never work for exposure. I mean, that's a meme now, you know, paying for your kids' meals with exposure, you know, it doesn't work. I bought 3D models from a website. I want to export it FBX, but with textures when I import it to yeah, it's kind of the wrong place. This is a ZBrush. This is a ZBrush channel, like specifically a ZBrush thing. So I don't think you'll find I don't have an answer for you. I apologize, but maybe try the Unreal forums, Reddits. I wish I had an answer for you. Yeah, if I was more familiar with that, I would happily answer that question, but I'm not, unfortunately. Okay. But I do know that FBX supports textures. Let's see. Creative, yeah. Yeah, you know, I have to say that's another piece of advice is stay clear of NFTs if you can, unless it's a guaranteed payment right now with some money up front. Stay away. Thanks, Thomas. Great advice. I just think NFTs are an extremely risky business. And the one who loses out is the artist, unless you are the one making NFTs for yourself and selling them for yourself and minting them yourself or whatever. I just know too many people who've gotten burned by them, but I also know people who are doing well with them. So I I don't really hold too big of an opinion one way or the other. I just personally, I've chosen to stay away. Yeah, and just there's scary stories of them, the value dropping so extremely quickly. Okay. NFTs aren't a good idea. The artists who are doing well with them are already very well renowned, yes, like Raf Grassetti. So using the art they make to sell the NFT is really advertisement, guaranteed. New artists will be buried. Yep, and they'll just get burned and yeah. Let's see, I'm gonna save this. I mean, I have a decent sized following and I still wouldn't do it. That's just me. Look at this guy's mustache. Mustache. Yeah, I just cringe when I think about all of the new artists that have been taken advantage of by companies that have this, this new wonderful idea that they can just sell and mint into NFTs and, with the promise of once it goes big, we'll pay you, That's so true, George. Or Georgie. I don't know how you say that. Sorry. NFT concept's not that bad in and itself. The fact is that you can prove the ownership via blockchain is a good thing. I agree. Problems come out when shady people jump on the boat as anything else. Yep. NFTs are worse than playing the stock market. Totally. Well, you also get stories of like, there's like an NFT community and they're all trying to boost the value of each other's NFTs by buying each other's NFTs falsely and making them seem like they're worth way more than they are. And then somebody who doesn't know any better comes in and buys it after it's already high. The price is high, thinking it's a good deal. And then they get left with the bad. Yeah, it's just, ugh. Shady indeed. Hold on one second. Mustachio, thank you. We're simply playing Monopoly with your brothers. Oh, that's not true. Love this guy. Makes me laugh. Yeah, he's too far back. I need to roll this whole head section forward and close it a little bit. how did you make Leia's spiraling hair? It's on the Pixelogic YouTube channel, the playback. It'd be really hard for me to kind of explain, but I made it kind of like I just rolled up a tube for the most part. That's the easiest way to explain it. The NFTs are not art in itself. It's a receipt of purchase. The art is the advertisement for the NFT. Yep. If you look at it this way, it makes more sense. Totally true. It's a great way to put it. Let's get some color on this guy, shall we? Why not? Little bit of color. Made his teeth pink. It's not on your YouTube playlist. It's not my YouTube playlist. It's Pixelogic's YouTube playlist. But sometimes they take a little bit before they put them up. Yeah, Neil just posted it. So there's the link to it if you want to go watch it. Thanks, Neil. I almost called you Snail, like snail. Thanks, Snail. Twister, they have done some in Spanish, but I don't know if they have any going currently. Ashley, do you know of any that are streaming currently? You still create art for yourself, especially sculpting for fun and not towards any professional objective? Yes, I'm doing it right now. That's what this is. That's what I save my streams for. Personal work. Doesn't Anna do 1 week in English and the next? Does Anna do? Does she do that? That's awesome if she does. I did not know that. It shows you that I don't really watch her streams very often. not Snail. Why not? Come on. Anna was Portuguese. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like Brazilian, right? Brazil. I may be mistaken. I apologize, Anna. Mountain depths of the deepest sea. So I said if you're Spanish, you might be able to still parse through sort of a, yeah, that's true. Nothing more. That's all there is. Okay. Take care, Ashley. Thanks for hanging out. And imparting your knowledge, your knowledge. That's when I started singing, huh? You're just like, all right, I'm out. I speak fluent Spanish and Portuguese. It's the same? I didn't know that. I learned something new today. Goodness, what in the heck? Oh, interesting, Joe. What? Let's see this pink. Ah. Sorry, loud keyboard. Oh yeah. Thanks, Leonard. Yeah, Oscar. Does he still stream? Or has it been a while? Hey, David. Welcome, welcome. Oh, that's too much. Saw him a few weeks ago. Okay. I don't stay up on the other streamers like I should. I'm a horrible person. Right. So you guys, I just got into the closed alpha of Multiverses. Been playing that on PlayStation. It's so fun. You guys seen that? So a couple, my art director from Disney Infinity, John Diesto, art directed the characters on that. It's got like it's Warner Brothers. You seen the trailer? Yeah, it's so good. I'm playing that. It's got like Bugs Bunny and It's really fun. Dan Eder also worked on that, and my friend Ronnie. Here, Neil, can you post this? Yeah, that's Ronnie's Instagram. Check it out. It's super cool. My favorite character so far is the girl from Game of Thrones, the face stealer. She like steals people's faces so you can use their moveset and stuff, and she's super fast. Really fun. I love the characters, and the animations are over the top. Really fun. Got Bugs Bunny and Tom and Jerry and Shaggy, Wonder Woman, Superman. I'm doing good, thanks. Anyway, it's super cool. You should check it out. If you haven't already. Has some weird powers. Well, I like that he like reaches in the ground and pulls out a sandwich and throws it. Yeah, the one from the meme is weird. I agree with you. Yeah, it's super clean, really cool. And just gonna enter an edge loop right here so I can inflate it. Is that what they say, Neil? Just wanted to give him a little bit of a upper lip there. Okay, let's give him some teeth, upper teeth. You know, I love the Tom and Jerry because how they made it, how they played it off is you're playing both Tom and Jerry. And as Tom, you're trying to smack Jerry, and instead you miss and hit the other person, right? So that's kind of how they play it off, and it's really ingenious the way they do that. And the dog from Adventure Time, and Velma. Velma's pretty good. She's pretty fun to play as. I like how they all have unique movesets, and there's also like roles, like a tank and a damage dealer and hybrids, and yeah, that's the unique thing about it, because it plays kind of like Super Mario Brothers, where you're on a podium and you can fall off. This guy's making me laugh. You can almost hear his laugh. All right, what time we got? 1:42, about 15 minutes. Incisors, is that what those things are called? All right, let's lean this mustache back. Kind of high up there. Yeah, Mark. Do chickens have teeth? Chicken tooth? Doesn't have much of a head here. Just all mouth. Like the idea of making his eye stalks taller. I like that. Eye stalks. I think for the lines, I'm just going to draw them on here. But there's A Insane. How you doing? There's some. Well, let me show you. With the original concept, there are some emotes that I want to do. Come on, Twitch. Where are you? There you are. So this is the original right here. And you can see these really fun emotes, you know, these I love them all. They're really fun. So I do want to give him eyeballs, but I think for this one, I'm just going to give him some, like, run an eyelash along this line for this emote. And should be good. Okay. Kind of want to bring his mouth up too, but okay. Let's see, I want to kind of start up here, go down. Mitch's monsters? Does he have new monsters? You know, I just kind of pick whatever I want to sculpt, like, I don't know, during the week sometime. I don't really have a plan in mind. I just find one that really stands out to me and then model it. And I love this guy's concept art. Kind of reminds me of Sandro Clouseau a little bit. Let's see. It's already, oh. Guess it doesn't have thickness, so I don't have to worry about it. Do you ask the concept artist for permission before you sculpt it? I do. And so should you. Okay, let's do some of those little eyebrows. I want to cut some of the mustachio lines in too. Oh, I need to stretch. He is so happy right now. Telling his stories to this little kid. Half the time they don't answer, the other half they haven't cared as long as they get recognition. Yep, pretty much. And I tend to send them my portfolio just kind of so they know what to expect. How long do you modeling in 3D? I have been modeling for since 1998, 1997 is when I first started. So what is that, 22 years? I can't math. There's another one, Leonard. I'm an artist, not a mathematician. Yeah, I've been at it for a while. Now digital sculpting, like in ZBrush, not as long. Maybe 6 years. I used to push points around in Maya. Okay. Yeah, point pusher. Pushing points. I have a friend that's nicknamed Point Pusher, Danny Williams. Save this. Save your work, kids. Okay, let's do some apply this. All right, I don't want this to be symmetrical. Yep, you're essentially just moving points around. Joe, these are Sennheiser somethings. I'm not sure exactly. I can't remember the name here. Hold on. HD 700s. I'm a huge Sennheiser fan. Love the quality. And I love how I can unhook the plugs that are plugged in. 700s. So in case if the cords ever get tangled or break or something, I can replace them, which is not the case in most headphones. Oh yeah, yeah. They're a noticeable difference if you've ever been using like gaming headphones and then you switch over to studio headphones like this. It's like, oh my gosh. But that being said, I have a pair of what are they called? AirPods Max for my Apple, and those are just as good or better than these. These are open back, and those are noise canceling, and I like those a lot too, because I can kind of drown out the world and get to work. The right ear goggles make all the difference. Yes, ear goggles. So the AirPods Max, here, let me grab them. Oh, these guys right here, can you see them? The case is horrible. This little flippy. So these, yeah, they bend, and this is all made of metal. It has mesh right here, and the cups are pretty nice. Yeah, they're not quite as large as these cups, but yeah, I like it. I'm insane. All right, let's get. Yeah, those are called AirPods Max. They're not cheap. I bought them used because I didn't want to pay that full price for them. They're really expensive. I'm too embarrassed to say what they cost retail. You can look it up. Ridiculous. But I love them. Worth it. So yeah, there's certain places where I'll spend some money because of I use them all day long, like my chair. I'm sitting in my chair all day, so you might as well invest in a good chair, because otherwise you're going to be paying doctor bills later on, you know? What kind of chair? It's a Herman Miller chair. I can't remember the brand name of it. We had them at Disney. I really like them. Yeah, Neil. So good set of headphones, good chair. Save your ears, save your back. Get in a good posture. Yeah. Aeron, it's the one that looks like a spine going down your back. They make gaming versions of it. It's like the embody. That's what it's called. No talent, that is the truth. Okay. Yeah, except Maritza, you, except for then you're back, then you can't do stuff, right? Because you're all handicapped or whatever. Come on, pick the eyeballs. An Aeron, but found the mesh seat wasn't good for all day. No, I thought the one I had at Disney was fine, but yeah, they have different levels of them, different versions. Let's see, small from here. Oh, you drag yours? Yeah. That's probably a good idea. It's in a 1960s style Star Trek chair that you made. That sounds legit, man. Is it a captain's chair? Weird, I'm getting that weird rotation. Huh. It's like got mirrored weird. So let's do duplicate. Let's do a make polymesh 3D. This one. There we go. Thanks, Charlie. Okay, let me do inserts. This one. That made me a key. It's a regular tool. Okay. I used a yoga ball. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I've seen those like kneeling chairs that work pretty good. Gosh dang, it's still broken. Huh. I don't know what I did to this to break the... Let's do a mirror and weld and see if that'll fix it. Yes, that fixed it. Okay. Standing desk or sit in the piano bench. I've tried a few 300-400 chairs. I have, this is a standing desk that I have here too. Okay. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. This is how far we got today, 2 hours. I see proportion issues. I want to get all of his knickknacks and things that he's got on his back to work out more of the proportions of what's going on with him. Get his shirt on. And yeah, I got to fix his little snail thing right here. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. And as usual, I give away these brushes for free over on my website. And yes, they are for the full version of ZBrush, the latest version. But you can get them over there at 3dcharacterworkshop.com. I also teach an online course called the 3D Character Workshop, where I go into how to create characters in depth. I have hours and hours and hours of training over there. So if you want to look into it, feel free. It's, again, 3dcharacterworkshop.com. Thanks, everybody, and we will see you all next Monday. Thanks again. Take care. Thanks, Neil. Thanks, Mark. We'll see you.